Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Nice to see you.
Great to see you, too. Thank you for having me back on cue.
Nice to have you back. And yeah, we'll do it live this time so that there's no way we can not press record.
I got to be honest, Tom. That kind of seems like it was a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's with the new album cycle coming out and everything like that. It's crazy that you and I have known each other for, I think it's got to be 4 or 5 years now.
I think so, yeah.
Very, very happy that I get an opportunity to come to such a great show that's loved across Canada and around the world by all.
I'm so glad
thank you for this.
I'm so glad you're reading the script this morning. I'm so glad we gave it to you on a piece of paper and $5 attached to it.
Well, see, actually, Mitch, one of your producers, he slid a nice, cool purple, a nice $10 bill.
Oh, I didn't think we had that kind of budget. Congrats on the second #1, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Does it mean as much when it's the second?
You know, I don't want to take anything away from the first, but to me, it means more. You know, to get back here is extremely special. And I think #1s were very much like kind of like the Juno Awards for me. So in 2014, when I won my first Juno, it felt great, but I was very naive, thinking that, you know, you have a good run and this is maybe the light or at the end of the tunnel or this pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And then it was 5 years until I won the Juno last year. So then this year comes along and we released Drink About Me. We felt there was something special. But it was crazy to think that we had so many other great songs that were so special to me and my band and our fans that didn't go the distance. I don't hold any ill will towards that whatsoever, but Drink About Me crossed the finish line, and boy, does it ever feel sweet.
Yeah, it's a great song. I promised you, Brett, before we turned the microphones on, I promised you a controversial interview, so here it is.
Okay.
So we put the music video for that song up on our website.
Yeah.
That video has 2 very distinct stars in its music video from a very specific part of pop culture.
Yes.
Who are they and where do they come from?
So Caitlin Bristow and Jason Tardik, 2 incredible human beings and some of the most loved characters that have ever been a part of Bachelor Nation and the Bachelor franchise.
Bachelor Nation is the name of the fandom surrounding the reality show The Bachelor.
You don't know this, Tom?
No, I don't.
It's the greatest show on TV. That and Hockey Night in Canada.
Hold on, no disrespect to those who watch The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
No, you're a big Bachelor guy?
Oh my gosh, I'm probably the biggest Bachelor guy.
I'm very surprised to hear this.
I think, well, it started off as something that my wife really wanted me to watch with her. So I missed the first couple seasons. And then if I wanted her to watch hockey with me, I had to go watch The Bachelor with her. So just very, very simple. That's just what you do in a marriage. And then I got hooked. Oh. It used to be called my guilty pleasure. Now it's just my pleasure. I just can't wait for every Monday night.
So we're talking about the Bachelor franchise later in the show as well. But so how did this work? Did you find the Bachelor folks on Instagram and track them down?
You know what? There's a lot of great relationships that are definitely starting on Instagram now. I'm sliding into people's DMs from time to time. But Caitlin and I formed a friendship when I joined her on her podcast. And it was just kind of an instant connection, and we just laughed. And her podcast lasts usually about 30 minutes with the guests. I think we split it up into 2 one-hour episodes because we just had so much to talk about and so much to connect over. So when Jason came into her life, we went out on a double date.
Is he a Bachelor guy?
Yeah. So he was on a previous season with a previous girl.
Okay.
And she was on a previous season with previous guys, and then became the Bachelorette and had a whole bunch of other guys.
Yeah.
And then none of that worked out. But they're working out, and I'm so happy. It's, they've really, I think they've discovered each other, and I think they're perfect for each other.
They found true love through The Bachelor, but off screen.
Exactly.
See,
so true love does exist. I mean, 100%. Whether it happens on reality TV, or not, I don't really know. But that being said, we went out for dinner. The 4 of us, my wife Cecilia, Jason, Caitlin, myself, and I think there was just enough wine at dinner and whiskey after dinner. I asked them to be in the video, and they said sure. So we flew them down to the tropics and had a great time.
Oh my God, I could tell you're as excited about it as they are, man. I can tell about it. I want to talk about another song on the record. Take a listen to this.
She sways her hips, midnight kiss, takes tequila. Neon glow, hold me close, God, I need her. She's more than messing with my soul. Got that Marilyn Monroe, I can't help but lose control. She drives me crazy.
That is a little bit of She Drives Me Crazy from Brett Kissel's new album, Now or Never. He's our Thursday headliner. Brett, great country singer. As Brett knows, I'm a big fan of country music. But I'm a big fan of all country music, and country music kind of no matter where it goes. That feels like a cross between what I hear is on country radio in Nashville right now and like Maroon 5. Like, are you stretching in to go to more of a pop direction now in your career?
It's not intentional,
right.
But you know what? I always go where the song takes me. And writing that, I just had such a great feeling that that title and that vibe and everything about that had to go left of center and had to really lean towards pop. So it's not really a part of my mandate that, at 2020, I'm going in a direction of pop.
Right.
But in 2020 and with this new record, I'm going in every direction, and I think really expanding what country music is and what it can be.
Is that intentional for your career, or is
Absolutely.
it? Yeah.
And to go really deep-seated in tradition with a song that I wrote called That's Country Music, or another song called Hummingbird, and then to really, really push the boundaries of what's possible. And that's why I wanted to do She Drives Me Crazy, which will be our next single, and it's something that I think the fans have spoken, because I think we're at close to, if not we've crossed over 1 million streams in only a couple of weeks, and this song isn't even a single. So the fans have spoken. They really, really like it.
And fans can exist both within the realm of traditional music, like the songs you wrote with Charlie Pride on the last record, and the pop music. You haven't found that you're worried about alienating either side?
You know what? I think the best part about country music in general, even though that you've got your traditionalists, is that I always kind of combat it with a bit of an argument to say, you know what? Johnny Cash was a real rebel in the 50s and the 60s. He was bringing rockabilly and rock and roll into country music. Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson, boy, were they ever, outlaws in country music. Glenn Campbell in the 70s brought in a symphony, and everybody thought, no, that's too pop. Kenny Rogers, if you can believe it, was a bigger pop star than a country star when he first started. And Garth Brooks, look at what he's done to really push the boundaries. So for me, I just think this is just my time to go and see if I can cross the line a little bit and go and bring pop into country and bring country into pop, but also know that my history and my love and my heart is still in the roots of country music.
If you're just tuning in, I'm speaking with Brett Kissel. The video for that song features your kids and your wife, Cecilia. Is it nice to bring them to work? Because I have to imagine it's a lot of time away from them when you're touring as a musician.
It is. As my kids get older and we're traveling so much, we don't get to spend as much time together as we did when they were more mobile and little babies. That being said, with this video, it was an all-female cast and an all-female crew. And what I really wanted to have my kids, my daughters especially who were there, and my wife Cecilia, so for my daughters was to see not just be in the video as stars or actors, but to see the inner workings of this crazy music business and have all this female energy around us. And I wanted them to know that there are so many great things that they can do within this business that are behind the camera and in front of the camera. Did
you talk to them about, a lot of musicians would leave their kids out of the spotlight. A lot of musicians include them. Did you have to have a talk with them about fame, about any of these things?
No, not really, and not yet. I know that we will for sure, Cecilia and I. But the biggest thing for us is that we're just living our lives, and we're very, very public in that way. I mean, PDA, my wife and I, we have no problem just being together and sharing the love that we have for our kids. And social media is a big part of that. And I mean, of however many followers I've got, I bet you 10% of them are family. So I'm really happy we can connect that way too.
Do your kids know their dad's Brett Kissel?
I don't know if they know. I truly believe I'm just dad to them,
right.
and I just happen to be a singer. But what's very, very cool is that we have so many aunts and uncles that are in the music business. And so when my daughters will hear a female artist on the radio, they'll be like, "Which auntie is that?" I'm like, "No, girls, that's Rihanna. We're not. She's amazing, but we're not related. That would be really awesome." Or they'll listen to a guy on the radio and be like, "Hey, is that Uncle so and so?" And I'm like, "No, that's actually But it's very, very cool when we do hear our family or those that have been great supporters and family members to us.
They're gonna figure it out soon, Brett.
I think so.
They're going to figure it out soon.
It's only a matter of time, especially for Mila. She's our 4-year-old, and she's so inquisitive and curious. And then we've got Aria, who's as kind and gentle and loving as I think you could ever find in a human being. And our baby boy, Leo, he turns 1 in a couple of days. And so it's a pretty special family.
Well, with a big family, I'm glad you're here. And did we press record? Did this go out over the air? It did?
Yeah.
Okay, then we're all good to go.